Hey, so I just got in these solar powered motion sensor lights, and so I'm going to do a little unboxing, review, and then most importantly an installation to show you how they work. But as you can see, I'm in my hay barn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to install these on both the outside and the inside of my hay barn, so that as I'm walking up to the hay barn, the motion is captured, the light turns on, and once I get into my hay barn, the light casts over my hay pile, so when I'm doing whatever I need to do in here. So starting off, when you order it, it's a 2-pack. Right on the box it says that it's an IP65, so the waterproofing level is an IP65, which is pretty high. Connex lenses, LED bulbs, solar powered, and it's got 3 modes on it. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what we got here. So inside the box, it looks like it comes with a remote control for each of the 2 motion sensor lights. There's 2 methods for installing these. You can either mount them with a clamp, and that has a pretty heavy duty spring on it. So you mount it with you can mount it with a clamp, 1 for each of them, or you can do a surface mount with screws and a mounting plate. And I can show you what you got in the box. So you get 2 screws with the little drywall fasteners. You also get an instruction manual how to use it. But let's open up one of these lights and see what they look like right away. So pretty compact. This is what it looks like when you open it up. And obviously these 2 wings fold out, and it looks like you can pivot them for different directions. Then you've got your solar panel to capture the sunlight. On the back of it, you have a little red. Let's go ahead and get this up a little bit closer. You have this red power on off button, and then looking at, here's the solar panel. Don't know the exact dimensions on it, but it looks like it's about a 5 by 3.5 or 5 by 6 by 4 maybe solar panel. And then here's your bulbs themselves. And one of the cool things with these is so you can kind of see the beaded lights here. And the way that this lens is crafted is it's supposed to cast the light further and more brilliant. And so later this evening, I'll come out and try this out to see if that's actually accurate. But here's your mounting bracket if you don't want to use the clamps. And so you'd put your 2 screws through there, and then this just slides. Not sure if you can see that. This just slides into it after you get it mounted. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these mounted, and we'll see how they work. Okay, before I get into installing these, where I'm gonna put them and the way that I'm gonna install them, I need to show you how the clamp method works. So it comes with this clamp, and on the base of this, let me grab it real quick. This is how it comes with this plate, this mounting plate slid onto the base. So that's how it comes. What you have to do if you're gonna use the clamp method is you have to take this mounting clip off, or mounting plate, and then put this, you see how it's ribbed to snug it in there, and there's a little hole in the bottom. You slide it in there, press them together, and now I can use that to mount it. Let me show you that real quick. Here's an example of how that could look and how that could work. So it does have the capability of being extremely portable, which is kind of neat. I kind of like that. So just wanted to show you this mounting method because I'm actually going to fasten these with screws using the mounting plate, but I wanted to show you how that works. Okay, just to show you what I did here, the way that I installed the brackets, the mounting brackets, the mounting plates, is I marked centers. You can see my center line here and here, and then I centered the mounting plate, and there is a notch on the mounting plate that kind of shows you where center's at, and then I just put 2 wood screws up in either of them. One's gonna face in and one's gonna face out, so let me get those installed. All right, all said and done, here's what we've got. So I've got these 2 motion sensor lights, LED lights, one positioned to the outside, one positioned to the inside, both solar panels facing to the outside. The way that I mounted them, I showed you how I mounted them, but one other thing that I want to share is this little tightening knob right here. I had to get a pretty big Phillips head screwdriver because I just couldn't get enough grip with my fingers to tighten it. And that's what prevents both the solar panel and the main light apparatus from pivoting. So just showing that to you so you can be prepared for that. But again, I'm pretty happy with them. Let me show you a different view. Okay, so here's what they look like on the actual hay barn. There's this eave overhanging, but by my best guesstimate, those solar panels should get at least 4 hours of sunlight before the sun crosses the eave. You know what, it's actually maybe more than that, but either way. So there's the light on the outside. Let me show you really quick on the inside. And there's the one I have positioned on the inside. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'll give another shot this evening to test it out. Okay, here we go. The sun's just going down. And like I said, I think I said that I'm gonna be using these in mode 2. Mode 2 is that it stays on dim all the time. And then when I walk into the motion sensor radius, it'll turn bright. So let's go check that out. There it goes. And then let's get this in a turn on too. There you go. So pretty dang cool. I think these are pretty cool. I actually like these. So anyway, this gives you an idea as to how these work. You can kind of see how my hay barn, how they're just lighting up perfectly. And so here in a little bit, they're gonna dim up again. But yeah, I would give these the green light. Really easy installation, to be honest. And looks like they work like champs. So that's my review. I think they're great.